to my channel, Coin Lady, and thank you for returning. With XRP's precipitous decline alongside Bitcoin's and the market's overall decline, the cryptocurrency markets continue to terrify some investors. And of course, there's always the chance the market could fall in the near future. Numerous experts have come to the conclusion that this is the most likely scenario. However, regardless of what happens, markets usually recover in the end. Personally, I don't think we've entered a bear market or anything like that just because of the short-term price action. However, people are easily swayed by the moment's events, and they make foolish financial decisions based on those events. I understand that people are asking each other about XRP and the market in general when it comes to XRP. Here is a headline for your perusal. As the crazy selling pressure subsides, XRP provides vital support. Additionally, this is not the only tale here. Right away, Eric Rise is on the metric signal for Doge XRP and Cardano. Plus, I'll mention this right from the start of the video, the details will be covered later on. However, they are stressing the fact that XRP is currently undervalued according to a certain criterion monitored by an on-chain analytics firm. It works out like that every time, doesn't it? You don't realize how underappreciated it is until you wake up. And this has, in the end, occurred with XRP. If Bitcoin ETH Bitcoin happens again, the market will go absolutely bonkers and move in unison, as it always does. Eventually, everything will become too expensive. One day, you'll hear me declare that XRP is too expensive. At this very moment, that will transpire. In my opinion, this is merely an opportunity waiting to happen, and I can see how many individuals, when they feel like it, would see it as a way to boost their status. Just so we're clear, I'm not providing financial advice, and I don't have any sort of financial expertise. Furthermore, you should under no circumstances use anything I write or say to make a purchase or sale. I'm just a curious bystander that loves to vlog about cryptocurrency on YouTube. That is, merely as a pastime and for enjoyment. Right now, XRP is trading at $41.50 per Bitcoin, with a market cap of $55,389 and a crypto fear and greed rating of 28 out of 100. Thus, the markets are undeniably terrified. Actually, the level of fear we are experiencing is unprecedented since September. Please examine this. Make sure this is on the one-year track. Here is the crypto-related fear-greed index that has been monitored for some time. September 12th is so presented to you. It hasn't been that low before, but it's close. As we drew near the end of the stages, paralyzed with terror, I uttered the words I always do: at some unspecified point in the future, we will be back in extreme greed. By this year's March 5th, we had achieved a score of 90 out of 100. September 12th is your cue to weep all you want. On top of that, you had no idea what was about to happen. I mean, you have to ask yourself, was it worth it? No time passed, and the market isn't going to scream. So, it's moot if your time horizon is long enough. This asset class will not disappear, rather, it will only grow in size over an extended period of time, so long as you can see that trend. Since it bears repeating, that is why I have been stating it for the past few days. Regardless of how many analysts claim otherwise, the market will inevitably experience a bear market and then roar back at some point. Since nothing makes sense, there's no reason to worry about anything. Naturally, I foretold months ago, when we were in the midst of great greed in the beginning of March, that we will experience fear and tremendous fear at some point in the future, not necessarily tomorrow or even very soon. Because of this, we are once again terrified. I don't think it indicates we're no longer in a bull market. In fact, I think that large pullbacks like these are to be expected even during bull markets. Since we are afraid, I will predict that excessive greed will reignite at some unspecified future day. For what reason, then, should one feel bad about this? This is just a fact, and it will continue to rise. Actually, I'm not going to pretend that I do. And that doesn't imply every coin will ever again reach an all-time high. Okay, I'm not claiming anything, but if we're discussing asset classes, then yeah, it's a baby asset class. It's been around for 15 years, though. When compared to investing in the stock market, real estate, or precious metals, the potential returns are negligible. I think it's great that we have this chance for potentially life-changing fortune at a time when there is so little money around. I mean that with all my heart. Although my investment strategy will remain unchanged, my interest in you will remain unchanged. I would also prefer things to happen sooner rather than later, and I share your curiosity about what might not happen in the near future. If they're not into it, though, I can be extremely patient. In my opinion, it will not alter the way things stand. Still, I'm interested. In order to disprove this optimistic narrative, which many experts still hold to, here is a post by one of our analysts, Matthew Hyland. Hyland even mentioned a level that we must reach to do so. This suggests we are now in a bear bar, according to many analysts. I'm not sure whether any of the analysts I follow think this, though. I can't help but consider each and every one of them. A minority of people think it's unclear. In order to have more certainty, we require additional data. I understand. However, I have not seen anyone go any further than that. However, as pointed out by Matthew Hyland, there is a specific level that would render the claim that we are in a bull run and moving upwards moot. Also, respected crypto chart analysts noted it, so that stood out to me. So, this is the Bitcoin USD chart that Matthew Hyland provided, along with his comments. Bitcoin, according to him, has validated a weekly breakout from the multi-month consolidation area, and he has the Relative Strength Index, RSI, on the bottom. For Bitcoin's ascent to finish, the cryptocurrency must fall below $38,000 to put an end to the rise while it is still completely intact. Nonetheless, folks, this weekly breakdown paves the way for lower price objectives, and level $38,000 is the target. If you've been keeping up with my posts, you would have seen that I linked to one from Reliable Crypto around 30,000 currently. She is expressing the opinion that a significant amount of sell pressure would be required to reach that outcome. And that's great with me if it really drops below that. Yes. Frameworks and verified. There is more interesting material for us to discuss. Would that be feasible? Of course. Could it be? Sure, it's really unlikely. Everything you would expect at this stage of the cycle is occurring, thus I don't think it will. For what reason do I believe things will be different this time? Isn't it true that history repeats itself? Bitcoin, he continues, would have to close back into range once a week for this to be nullified. Since Bitcoin closed below the current weekly close, the likelihood of its closing back in the range is lower. Last year, when Bitcoin was trading at $25,000, the weekly RSI nearly retreated to the August/September lows. If the RSI continues to fall due to another red weekly candle, positive divergence could occur. Even while he believes we could go lower, he claims it won't affect the bigger picture. Overall view. Bull run, yeah, the numbers will rise in the end. Thank you for watching my channel and for subscribing. I'll see you later.